Hello and good morning. 35 degrees here in Nashville. It's cold. Car's ready to go. Let's hit it. It's chilly outside, 33 degrees, and the car is warmed up. I warmed it up with the app, as you saw. I cleaned the windows, cleaned my glasses, and I'm out of here. It's too early to make anything in the kitchen, so I'm going to stop and get a Scottish breakfast. Let's go. Let's have a look at today's trips. 392 leaving Nashville, 126 kilowatt hours used at a rate of 322. You notice there's a little change. Instead of going back to North Carolina, looks like right after the event, I'm headed up to Wisconsin. I'll tell you more about that later. All right, here is our run today. First stop will be Jackson, Tennessee. Looks like we arrive at about 17%. Got another stop in Brinkley, Arkansas. It's the one with the awesome Waffle House. I may end up getting something, and then on to Hope today for the evening. At this rate, it looks like it's predicting about 4 p.m., which is just fine. I'll do today's video when I arrive. And of course, no trip is even possible without a Scottish breakfast in the morning. I am off like a dirty shirt. Yeah. Had to trick the McDonald's thing. They weren't answering the outer one. So I just pulled ahead, and the lady was nice, and I asked her if it was broken. She said no.
Left onto East Trinity Lane.
She took my order, and I'm off on the road. All right, we're going to work our way through all the traffic here in Nashville and then head southwest on Interstate 40. First stop will be Jackson, Tennessee, at Supercharger there at the Casey's.
Now take exit 84B on the left.
Yeah, this is Nashville traffic. Yeah, I just passed my daughter. She's heading to work. She's driving the 2020 Model Y. Believe it or not, it has EV Dave plates on it also. It's a long story. Anyway, we're just on Interstate 40 now. I guess everybody's headed to work. Good thing I'm going west. Do an energy check. Looks still like 17% on arrival. This is due to the battery's pretty cold, and guesstimated that when I left. I suspect once we come up in temperature, it'll be a little different. Anyway, first stop will be Jackson, Tennessee at the KC Train Museum. I'm finally out of congestion of Nashville, headed to the west on Interstate 40. First stop will be Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson, Tennessee is the home of the Casey Jones Museum. It's a 8-stall 150. Been there lots of times. It's kind of on the way here on Interstate 40 if you go anywhere towards the west. Traffic's light. A lot of trucks here this morning, and it's 8 a.m. now. And yes, I'm on autopilot. I run autopilot all the time. Works out just fine. The navigation's predicting 100 miles. And it wants to change lanes for whatever reason. Anyway, went to precondition the battery. It is 34 degrees, just above freezing here. As the preconditioning continues, like I predicted, it's 35 degrees outside and it's 64% in the battery, but look at the arrival percentage. Yep, it's 20% and climbing, so that's what I thought would happen. The car guesstimates the range based upon the temperature of the battery and a bunch of conditions, and then it gives you an estimate. As we precondition the battery for fast charging in Jackson, the battery is going to give up more of its energy, therefore we get more range. I do believe it is winter time here in Tennessee. A lot of deciduous trees and no leaves on them. Yeah, winter time. 33 degrees outside, as a matter of fact. Energy check, 33 in the battery, and we've got 26 miles to go and 23 minutes to do it in, and we arrive at 20% still, and preconditioning is stopped, so I'm assuming the battery's up temperature. We're just coming into the town of Jackson, Tennessee. All right, as you can see, got a cool caboose. This is the Casey Jones Museum.
Now turn left.
That was his original engine, believe it or not, 382. Oh, wow. Holy mackerel. I haven't been here in a while.
The destination is on the left.
Look at this. This 150 is turned into, oh man, let's see, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4. 24. How cool is that? Lots of pull-through spots. Somebody was certainly thinking. All right. Before we do this, let's just check a few things. We arrived at 19%. Let's have a look at our trip data. 135, 53 kilowatt hours used at a rate of 390. All right, we're gonna hook up and get in and take care of something. I've been here a bunch of times in Jackson, but this 8 stall that was there up against the side of the parking lot blossomed now to 24 stalls of version 3. Used to be just a 150, now it's 24 stalls version 3. It's really going. I got a good charge going. I'll be done here in a few minutes. So there you go, Jackson, Tennessee. We'll be out of here soon. Let's have a look at what we got going on here. We're currently in Jackson. We go through Memphis. There's 3 chargers, and then on to Brinkley. Brinkley's a good stop. From Brinkley, we'll charge up and end up down here in Hope. So I think we're good. It says 30 more minutes. Let's see how that works out. I may choose to just charge in Memphis here, maybe just down the road. If I add that one, it's one's out of orders, 12 stalls. I think I've stopped there before. If I go there, then I can move on down the road right now, and then I don't have to wait an hour. I can just charge a small amount of time. You know, I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to wait around another 30 minutes. So what we're going to do is we are going to set this as our destination, as a stop. The navigation then will calculate.
Now turn right on to Casey Jones Lane.
We arrive with 33%, which is fine. Have a look here. 65% says 30 minutes to go to get to Brinkley. I've recalculated now, and we're just going to go here to the Memphis site on the east, charge up just a little bit, and then head to Brinkley. Brinkley we don't want to miss. It's got one of the best Waffle Houses around, so we'll probably have some lunch there while we're charging, and that'll take us all the way to Hope. We're just on the highway here and headed towards Memphis and then on to Brinkley for a charge and some lunch. We're just off on 16B.
Now turn right on to North Germantown Parkway.
What she said. So it's about a half a mile up the road here. Well, there they are, version 3. And Electrify America is right next to it. May have been there too, I don't know. Oh yeah, I think I remember this one. Try not to whack the charge stands. Yeah, I think that'll do it. All right, let's check. Looks like trip-wise, we've driven 65 more miles since Jackson. and 385 watt hours per mile, and burned up 25 kilowatt hours in that. Currently, we're at 592, 344 watt hours per mile so far in our trip. All right, get hooked up here. I've set up the next charge stop at Brinkley. Says I get to go in 5 minutes. I'm going to take a quick run over to Target, and I'll be back. Wow, I just left and bought a couple things in Target. Look at it, 80% already. All right, I think we're good. 43% in Brinkley. Yow. Little shot of downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Got the giant pyramid thing. Not sure what that's all about. And then, of course, downtown's right here on the river. And then the river and the gigantic riveted bridge is here. And we leave Tennessee, crossing the Mississippi River, and enter Arkansas. Here's a shot of the river. Like that, we're in Arkansas. Let's have a look around. We're getting close here now. 1.5 miles to Brinkley. Just off at Brinkley.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto North Main Street.
What she said. All right, here we are.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Pinecrest Street.
All right. Get a little zooming going.
Now turn right onto Pinecrest Street.
Yep. Right here. It's a Model Y. Superchargers
now
there.
Your destination is on the right.
And there's a Sonic and a dog park and all kinds of goodies. Anyway, this is a little strip mall. Looks like we've got a few customers here. Might as well just split it up here. There's no need to. Okay. All right, let's have a look here. We've arrived at 35%. We look at the trip meter. Looks like so far today it's 683 miles. We've got a burn rate of 348 and 237 kilowatt hours used.
All right, we're doing good over here.
We're doing good over here. Excellent.
Thank you.
Another lunch here in Brinkley at the Waffle House. My lunch was pretty good. All right, I'm charging to 100%, and I'm going to charge until it quits charging. And the reason being is I want to make sure that the BMS, the battery management system, will be calibrated. I don't drive this very much out of that 20 to 80% window, and I just want to make sure the battery is fully charged. It says 6 minutes. Normally, it's not a really good idea to charge your car to 100% unless you're going to charge it to 100% and hit the road as soon as it's at 100%. That's what I'm going to do. Do not leave it charged at 100% overnight or for a week or those kinds of things. Charge it, 100% is fine, and then use it. We are in the last minute of charging here. Less than a minute to go. I've switched it to miles. It says 328, might go a little more. It says it absorbed 52.028 kilowatt hours of energy. We're charging currently at 11 kW. And what happened there? I think we're done. Yep. Charge complete. 328 miles at 100%. We've absorbed 52 kilowatt hours, and I think we're good to go. And why did I charge it to 100%? I wanted to calibrate the BMS. I wanted to make sure that the battery management system knew exactly how much energy was in the battery. So when it gives me an estimate, it has a good calculation number. I'm going to unplug and get on down the road. We're unplugged. And no, I do not charge it always to 100%, just when I want to calibrate the BMS. Okay, it is 50 degrees, a little on the chilly side. It predicts 15% on arrival in Hope. There's a supercharger there, of course. That's where I'll be spending the night. We're 20 miles down the road. Look at our arrival percentage, 20%. That's good. What's that? Why? Well, as the battery warms up, it gives out more energy, and so it recalculates the arrival percentage. Not sure what that is. Some kind of a something weird. Maybe an oil field something. As we head further south latitude here, we're seeing a lot of leaves still left on the trees. I suspect it's a little warmer here in Arkansas. It's like downtown Little Rock up here on the right. This is truly a truck fest, let me tell you. Hundreds and hundreds of trucks here. Big route. Anyway, we're getting there. We're 64 miles from our turnoff in Hope. I hope. All right, let's do an energy check. 10 miles to go, 21% on arrival, and 27 in the battery. I think we're good. The sun is right in our face. We have 3.4 miles and we're off the highway. And yes, we're on autopilot. Works just fine. Driving into the sun. We are getting off. Looking at the nav, it looks like it's on the left side over there.
Turn left onto North Harvey Street.
And we're here on, I guess, maybe the main drag, Highway 30 here in Hope. Remember the rule, when you arrive at your destination, you should probably try to stay where there is a supercharger, which gives you a charge overnight. You get charged up, you do your sleeping thing, you get up in the morning and off you go. White lines in the middle of the yellow to hold them right there, and your butt will be exactly where you need it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's have a look at the trips. So far today, this last run was 178 miles. We burned 59 kilowatt hours of energy, 333 watt hours per mile. The ending, when I get to the hotel, will be a little bit more, but it's 861 minus our starting. I'll put that up on the screen. 297 kilowatt hours, an average of 345. Let's have a look at this. Jeez, that's what I'm talking about. 250 kW. And look at that, over 1,000 miles an hour of range. Anyway, we're going to charge up here to 80%. We're at 22. Won't take too long. See if I can find some place to eat and then head over to the hotel. That's the plan anyway. Dang, we're getting to it here. 42%. All right, I'm going to go get dinner, and then we can play with the nav once it's charged up a little bit. Remember, when you set the nav, you want to make sure you have a reasonable amount of energy there, because when you set it, it'll set you to an earlier supercharger that you won't need in 10 minutes from now. So let's let it charge. I'm going to run in and grab something to eat and bring it back to the car. Well, there you go, a spicy chicken sandwich. None of the rest of the stuff. We're at 80%. I mapped out the airport run. It looks like now we'll arrive at 20% with 80%. Look at the time. Locally, it's 9:35. We'll arrive about 6:30 in Sulphur Springs. That's 2 hours. And then 8 o'clock. So that's almost 4 hours to the airport, which is just fine. I'll leave in plenty of time to make sure I'm there before Greg's airplane arrives. All right, I think I'm going to let it charge for a couple more percent and then we're out of here. Remember, after you charge, you then go to the hotel. If you leave Sentry mode on, you'll use up some of this energy, probably 3 to 4%, which is fine. It's good peace of mind. If you don't want to do that, you can shut your Sentry mode off, but I would advise just leave it on. All right, that's all I know. Gonna charge up a few more percent and then get the heck out of here. We are charged for the night, 90%. Look at that, 29% arrival in Sulphur Springs. What does that mean? That means that's less time I need to spend in Sulphur Springs to charge to get to the DFW airport. That's really what that means. Okay, I'm unplugging. I'm getting down the road, heading over to the hotel.